Hello, hello, lovelies, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 3. Welcome to... We're not in the very heights of Lothric yet. We're pretty high. We're pretty high here, but not quite as high as we might be. We're going to go right up to the very pinnacle of Lothric, in fact, to the point whereby it starts to distort reality in the way that Anor Londo did, you know? Before we do that, though, we need to finish off that boss that knocked us off the bridge the last time round. The dragon armor, I believe it is. Animated by one of those twisted angel things. The sort of weird moonlight butterfly things. Look at that! So pretty! The dragon armor is really tough. It is such an aggressive boss. Yes, it can knock you right over the edge there. The trick with it is trying to find when to strike. It doesn't really give you much time to get your hits in, so when it does, you get them in. You get them in, because it's not going to let up. Its energy is unbelievable. It will just keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. That's why being a pyromancer is great. A sorcerer or a pyromancer in this fight has a great advantage, because you don't really want to get close to it, if you can help it. It's not exactly like a high energy, it's not like a high defense boss, despite the look of it. It's quite easy to take down, as long as you can avoid its hits. I think we've done it. And there's the moonlight butterfly over there. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Yay! And we've got the soul of the dragon slayer, and the butterfly goes down. It dies along with the armor, which is kind of cool. Look at those things. Again, as I mentioned in the last video, they are redolent. They echo the moonlight butterfly from Dark Souls 1, the boss. But they are kind of like twisted angelic versions. They are the end products of the pilgrims that we saw in the opening cinematic. The guys with the big shells on their backs and the hoods. They actually become those things after they die. You know how we've seen loads of them dead, scattered around Lothric? Well, that's the pupating stage. And they hatch out. Those butterfly angel things hatch out of them. What they exactly are is hard to say. But those creatures, they seem to be... They come to Lothric on some sort of pilgrimage, but it seems that they are agents of the abyss, rather than of the flame. So what that means in terms of their angelic status, I don't know. They're kind of like... They're the heralds of the end, or they've at least come to witness... By the way, I just cut out the... my stint back to the Firelink Shrine there. There's no point. I didn't do anything significant. I just leveled up. If I do go back to the Firelink Shrine, I'll only put the stuff in where we have significant conversations, where plot points turn up, where we do something significant, you know? Because there's no point otherwise. But yeah, they seem to be either heralds of the end of the cycle, or they are witnesses to it. It's hard to say. We're going to find much more active and developed versions of them when we do the Ringed City. Dead end? Yeah, it is. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. There are lots of areas like that up here. It feels like maybe there were areas up here that they intended to do stuff with, but they just didn't have the time or the resources. That said, the Grand Archives are an amazing area. Absolutely amazing area. Again, you're getting this echoing poetry. The archives rhyme with an echo. Seif's archives, the crystal archives from the first game. And we're going to find in here a boss from earlier in the game, which, by the way, if you recall, I lost the footage for. The Crystal Sage. There's going to be two of them in here, so you're going to get to see it. Here it is. That is the Crystal Sage. As you can see, it's very like Big Hat Logan. It's got the big hat, for one thing. This son of a bitch is going to be harassing us all the way through the archives. He appears, he fires crystal magic at you, then he buggers off again. He is a pain. Meanwhile, ow! There he is, raining crystal magic on us. Meanwhile, there are also archivists and priests in here who also know various forms of crystal magic, who are also going to be raining magic down upon us. So, expect quite a bit of death here. This is a dangerous area with lots of secrets. Being the Grand Archives, it's kind of like a a museum of forbidden lore and enchanted items and cursed items. So there's a lot of stuff to find in here, lots of secrets. I do believe as well that it houses the very, very last of the Outrider Knights. The last of the knights after that Sullivan sent out across the world to find the unkindled ash, i.e. us. It failed dramatically, clearly, in that quest. That chanting is the Crystal Sage. He's casting spells at us. He's up there on a balcony somewhere, being a bastard. Look at these archives. They're beautiful, aren't they? Ah, there's one of the scholars. Very strange creatures. They are undead and they have candle wax on their heads. They've like dipped their heads in sacred candle wax for some presumably religious reason. We can do it too. There is a pool of enchanted wax and we can dip our heads in it. Doesn't do anything. I don't think anyway. I've never found what it actually does, if anything at all. I had assumed that it's a mechanic that was going to be used at one time, but was just abandoned for whatever reason and just left to be a bit of frippery. Here they are. I imagine that at one time, if you dipped your head in that pool of wax, you could move amongst the scholars unharassed, right? That would be my guess, but that isn't the case anymore. You can dip your head all you like, they are still going to fight you. So, yeah. Look at these astrolabes and things, it's so cool. Oh, that's going to be useful. This is the point at which the game really wants you to start look at that altar. Really wants you to start leveling up your weapons. Here's the enchanted wax. So you can dip your head in it. Why you would want to do it, I don't know, but it makes you look like one of the scholars. I mean, that's cool, right? I kind of like that myself. Doesn't do anything. I don't think it does anything anyway. Comments below if it does do something, if there's something we can unlock with it. I've never found it myself. I think it's just frippery. I think it's just aesthetic. There are ways of there are levers above that will enable us to shift these bookcases around so we can make paths and whatnot. Oh yes, there's also of course a Lothric Knight patrolling, because they're everywhere in Castle Lothric and they are pains. They're very tough. Oh fuck. This guy is actually really strong, and yes, he enchants, because he's from the archives, he enchants his weapons with crystal magic. Of course he does. What would you expect? Nice touch, by the way. Lovely way of differentiating him from the other knights. Very clever. And also, again, linking him to Sif. Okay, let's see if we can get... Nope, we can't get a visceral in there, which is a pain. The viscerals are a little harder to get in this game than they are in Dark Souls 1 and 2, I've noticed. You've got to be very on the ball. You've got to know like the animation cycles of the enemy that you're fighting. If you don't... Ow! Well, that was violent. This guy is tough as balls. Mind you, they are going to be from this point on. These Lothric Knights are the enemies. I mean, they are some of the toughest enemies you face at this point. Which is ironic, because you face the really weak ones at the beginning of the game. Down below, the slightly more disgraced ones, one would presume. Oh, just die, will you? There we go. And he gave us a Titanite chunk. They're good for farming if you want to get stuff to upgrade your weapons with. Okay, right. This is a... Oh, hello. Corpse, another Titan. They just throw upgrade materials at you at this point, because you're reaching... Well, we're near the main story arc. We're near the end. Crystal Chime. We are right near the end of the main story arc now. There's only technically one boss to go before we can go right to the end of the game. We face the Princess Lothric above, then we go right to the end of the game. But we're not going to do that. There are multiple places we need to go. The optional areas in this game really make it very like Bloodborne in that regard. Ooh, you hear that? These bookcases are cursed. Yeah. Very Lovecraftian. The actual books that contain the dark magic are cursed, and if you stay within the grasp of those hands for too long, they turn you into crystal. They inflict curse upon you, effectively. It's why there are so many of these bastards around. They're designed to lead you into the grip of the hands. There is an audio cue. You can hear the rustling and you can hear the magic humming. which is kind of cool. Same here, he's designed to lead you down that corridor because the bookcases are going to erupt. Watch. There we go. See? The books flip open, and hey up. This guy's going to have pyromancy, so we're going to have to kill him quite quickly. You see the candles burning? The ones with the candles burning can do spells and pyromancy, so you want to be careful of them. Titanite scale. There we are. Not going to fight him down there because the curse will get us. Okay, we're not doing too badly at the moment, but this is where it gets really difficult. We've got to be very careful from here on in, because it's very, very easy to get caught in a crossfire between different spellcasters here. So we are going to have to be very, very careful indeed now. The Crystal Sage is, yep, just up there, as you can see. Doing his bastardly best. Ah! Ow! Just spamming crystal magic at us. Which is what he does, you know? Look at this. All of Lothric spread before us. It's amazing. I don't know whether you can see, but off to the left there, on the roof, there's an item. And it's over a corpse. And I'm very sorry to say, my loves, but that is the corpse of our friend Greyrat. He came seeking Lothric, and and it claimed him. Unfortunately, it's the one place he just couldn't survive. He's dead on the rooftops over there. And if we go and get his ashes, which we will a little later. Ow! There's the crossfire I was talking about. If we do and give them to the Crystal Weaver in the Firelink Shrine, she'll be able to sell us all of Greyrat's stuff, basically. Very sad. I liked Greyrat a hell of a lot. One of my favourite characters in this game. I'm one of the only really... Oh, fuck, we've been invaded. God damn it. Oh, no! Oh! Oh, this sucks. Well, that's probably my first death here. Yeah. Oh, no! Oh, no! Ow! That definitely is. That definitely is. Well, I'll tell you what, my loves. We'll get right back there. There we go. Nah. The magic of editing. I love it. Whoop, whoop, stay out of the grasp of the books. And indeed out of range of the Crystal Sages, because they are... There's Greyrat's ashes. You can see them on the rooftop over there. Very sad. I like Greyrat a lot. Oh well. Yes, this swine is going to throw bombs at us. And really, it is best to kill all of these things, because if you don't... They do come after you. They start throwing stuff at you at inopportune moments. Another one of those pits of wax there. I don't know. I really don't know what the significance of those is. There's a lever here. I suppose we better pull it, hadn't we, just in case? Oh, we've done it. Oh, we've done it already. Yeah. They don't hurt you, the hands. They just inflict curse, which is, in many respects, much worse. Right, you. Pack it in. I love the vocalizations. The murmuring is great. Oh, go away! These thieves are a little bit overused, methinks, in this game. They turn up bloody everywhere. And they're pains. They're absolute pains. Okay, he's moved. The Crystal Sage has teleported over to the other platform there. That's good. That means we can have a go. Look at the positioning here. It's awful. It's so nasty. You've got this guy coming after you with his flamberger. You've got the priest up there who can cast spells, and you've got the Crystal Sage. It's tough. I mean, deliberately tough. It's not a mistake. It's not bad placement or anything like that. It's what it's designed to be like. It's a really tough area. It's just malevolent. The whole area is. I remember the first time I did this area. It took me forever to get through. Ow! Down he goes. Now, the books on the floor also can sprout with cursed hands. So we've got to be careful here. Otherwise, we are going to get cursed. I mean, one thing you can do to lessen the effect is put on rings and armor that lessens curse. but it's not really worth it, to be honest, because they don't occur that often, and they're very easy to run away. There's the crystal bloody sage. They're very easy to run away from. Now, ow! Now there is a short. Oh, right, you. Fortunately, when you kill this guy, he's gone. He doesn't come back. He doesn't reset. He's like a he's like a mini boss, effectively. I love the design of him. I mean, he's modelled after Big Hat Logan, but much bigger. Ah, he's going to teleport around, isn't he? Right, okay. So he's going to... Yeah, there we go. Don't worry. He's nearly done. He's nearly done. Where's he go? Ow! Thank you! That's why you don't leave any of the priests around. I think... Oh, nearly, nearly. Where's he gone? Where's he going? Behind us, isn't he? It's always behind us. That homing crystal thing is a pain. I think that's him done. Yeah. And this is the last of the scrolls that we need to give to Orbeck, the crystal scroll. The original magic. The original sorcery that Sif created. Oh, you bastard! He knocked us right off and killed... Oh, you've got to laugh, don't you? You've got to laugh, my loves. If you didn't, you'd cry. Well, let's get back there, shall we? Well, fortunately, we activated all the shortcuts, so we can just... Yeah, and I can edit, so we can just teleport back here, so there you go. Now, Lonely Knight over here. Just a lonely, lonely knight who we need to kill. I can hear something very strange. Something murmuring. I wonder what that is. Again, worth killing, because he'll... Oh look, again, crystal enchantment on his sword. That is a nice touch. That is a really nice little touch to distinguish the knights in the archives. Very clever. Ooh, look at that. All of Lothric spread out before us. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Nothing else? No, don't think so. Okay, let's head out then. Now, there is an Outrider Knight around here in a secret area, but I think that's what's making that noise, I do believe. Before we do that, I need to get these, and I also need... There's something down here, if I'm correct, but before I do that, there's a shortcut to activate. Always do the shortcuts first. If you're in doubt, just do the shortcuts first. It's easier in the long run. It will save you so much heartache. This just takes you right down to the bottom of the archives. There are loads of shortcuts like this, loads of them, and I believe this causes a bookcase to slide aside, so we can access this area. There we go. Right at the bottom of the archives. Brilliance. Most pleased. What sword am I using at the moment? I'm still using the moon blade that we got from Pontiff Sullivan. What's it called? The Blade of Justice or Judgment or something? It's very good. It's not the Moonlight Blade, but we will get that. We will get that. You need to do an optional boss and transpose its soul to get the Moonlight Blade. The exact same Moonlight Blade that you find in Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and Sekiro. Hello. You shit. Gotcha. Now what was that for? Oh, a Titanite scale. That was worth it. That was good. That was actually good. Sometimes they're not. They're really not worth the aggro you go through. Now, where are we going? What's the best way to get back up? Hello, you. Clinging to the bookcases there. Not that it did you much good, mind. Oh, there's a chest here that I missed. Let's try and open it, shall we? Are you a mimic? No, you're not. Oh! I can't believe you missed that. Titanite slab. That allows us to take one of our weapons up to its maximum point. It's very good. They're rare. They're rare as hen's teeth, are they? Oh, scholars. Much more aggressive than you'd expect for scholars, really. You wouldn't perhaps expect them to be quite as vicious as they are. But they be. God, I can't believe we're nearly there. We are, I mean, in terms of the main story plot, but there's a lot to do yet. There are let me think about the optional areas. There's at least 3 that I can think of, which have significant plot points and also really cool bosses. God, we've got to go to, is it called Dragon's Reach Point or something like that? We've got to go there where all the dragons live. We've got to finish the painting of Ariandel. We've got to finish that, do the bosses there, of which there are a few. We need to do the Ringed City DLC, which will probably be the last thing we do because it's bloody hard. Easily the hardest thing in this entire game. And what else? Oh, there's the Consumed King. We've got to do the Consumed King's Garden, and indeed the Consumed King himself. So we will do that. Oh, okay. That's a very odd cue that occurs in this area. The audio cue is very weird. I like it though. Okie dokie, there's Grey Rat's ashes. Oh no! I will go and get those eventually. I may not even I may not show it because it takes a while to do. There's a lot of roof leaping and it's a bit of a pain, to be honest. I tend to die a lot whilst doing it. This is so inspired by Seif's archives. It's very clear. This is where the Outrider Knight is. There he is, prowling around, wondering what to do with himself now that all of his mates are dead, and indeed his boss. He's a tough one, this guy. He, like all the Outrider Knights, he's actually a bit of a pain. Oh, 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 oh! This is not how you do it. Ow! Well, yeah. That's not how you tackle the Outrider Knight. There's a wiser way of doing it, and I will show you the wiser way of doing it now. It's just hit and run, really. Don't try to take it on in a fight, because it will massacre you. Just chuck stuff at it. And then run away. Get as many hits in as you can, and run away. Get it to reset. That's how you deal with the Outrider Knight. That's how I deal with it, anyway. I mean, it will look at him prowling around. It'll just stop. Look, you can just go and chuck stuff at him again. No one ever accused him of being smart, that's for sure. I think that's the last one. Yeah, you get the Outrider armor from there, which is really. I like the Outrider armor quite a lot, actually. We may be taking that into the end game because it's a decent, lightweight, but still quite good suit of armor. Looks cool too. Looks very cool. Very good against frost. So maybe not what we'll be wearing against certain enemies. Certainly like the chaos or fire-based ones that come up later. Now, what else have we got here? Another. Ooh. The Soul Stream. Ooh. Pointless. Yeah, it's not a secretive room. It looks like it is, but it's not. Yeah, lots of sorceries to find here. Lots and lots of high-end... In fact, you find more or less the highest-end sorceries here in the Grand Archives, which makes sense, you know? It's where you want to come if you're a scholar, or if you're a sorcerer. That's for sure. We're nearly at the top now, and there's a lot to do up here. Now, where were we? Okay. We are going to have to go and buy all of Orbek's sorceries very soon, because his story arc culminates here in the Grand Archives. We don't really want to do the Prince's Lothric before we've done Orbek, if we can help it. Because I think if you defeat the Prince's Lothric, it cancels out his ending, which we don't want. We at least want to see it through. We've taken it this far. Before that, though, I've got a ton of souls that need to go and be spent, or they will be lost. I guarantee you they will. You know what I'm like, my loves. So let's go do that, shall we? Want to go back to the Firelink Shrine. There are rumblings. I mean, there have been rumblings for ages, but there are rumblings that there's a a high-definition remake of Bloodborne in production for the PS5. I mean, that if you ever wanted a reason to get a PS5, if you bloody can, I'd love to. You know, I'd absolutely love to, but it's very difficult at the moment. Oh, how may I be of service? Oh, shut up.
Ashen one.
Monty Python-esque crone over there.
Back again, I see.
Oh, Orbeck, hello. Oh, yes.
Unfathomable.
Mm-hmm.
This is a crystal sorcery. Created by the Pale Dragon.
Sif himself.
Thought only to exist in legend. I am ever grateful to you. This is truly sublime.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I am afraid this is a debt I cannot repay. Only, I will be sure to unravel it for you. Just a moment.
Yeah, so now he's got the most powerful sorceries in the game, which is cool. Those homing crystals are brilliant if you're a sorcerer, by the way. And if you can cast them, they are very, very, very bloody useful.
In Vinheim, I was an assassin.
Yeah.
A sorcerer only in name. A killer for hire. What a fool I was, thinking one day I would learn real sorceries.
Uh-huh.
When I became undead, I was exiled from the school. But here I am, now, exploring the depths of sorcery.
Uh-huh.
All thanks to you, I might add.
Mm-hmm. Better than any school, mate.
Promise to stay safe.
Ah!
It's been nice running our own little school.
Not sure I can do that.
Oh. What is it? Forgot something?
Don't think so.
You are no ordinary man. All these sorceries, and you've mastered every one. If this were the Dragon School, you'd be, well, overtly despised and banished from the place. Well, I suppose it's time I packed my bags.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
I would hate to see our agreement end sourly. Better left, tucked away. It's a pleasant memory.
Yeah, so he's
safe.
gonna skedaddle now. Yeah, it has been nice actually. That's our last interaction with Orbeck, I'm afraid. Shame really, I liked him. Ooh, I can reinforce my pyromancy flames, that's always nice. Wow. Go for it, why not? There we go. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Now, has she got anything new to say?
Oh, please, little
No, nothing. I don't know if she does something if you purchase all of her miracles, but I will. Just in case. Give divine oh yes, I've got a...
Yes. Brought me a Braille divine tome.
Yes, I wonder if this one's going to drive you even more mad.
I can tell you tales of miracles. Forever and ever.
Oh, doesn't that sound wonderful? So what have you got for me now? Lothric miracles. Interesting. Some of these are pretty dark, you know?
You know, in my eye, although to
blah 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 blah. We've heard this. We've heard this.
Oh, sweet champion. Leaving so soon.
Sorry, stuff to do, people to kill.
Please, come back in good time.
I'm sure I will be back.
I'm frightened of the dark that gnaws away at me.
Yeah, that's kind of my fault. Blah 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 blah.
Sweet champion, where have you been? Please, your touch. The little creatures,
Yeah.
how they nip and bite.
We shouldn't really have given her blah 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 blah. We really shouldn't have given her that deep Braille divine tome, should we? Very Lovecraftian. You can choose not to. You can choose to keep her sane. I don't know if that has different effects or what. I'd assume it must. Boom! Have I got enough here for another level? That'd be nice. That's always lovely. Oh, I might, you know. I might have just enough for another level up, which is nice.
Welcome us. Very well. Then touch take nourish.
Now, what should we do? What should we do? Let's go for intelligence, since we just got a load of sorceries. We're coming to the point where we're actually going to be able to cast a lot of the high-end sorceries, which is nice.
What may the flames go.
Right, okay, I think we can leave now. Back we go to the Grand Archives and whatever else we were messing about with. Okay, can we attune... We've got lots of spells here. Lots and lots of spells. Some of which we can cast, some of which we cannot. But actually, we are pretty much at the... We're nearing the point where we're going to be able to cast most miracles and most spells. Meaning we can build kind of whatever we want. I'm going to keep it as it is for now, we're alright. No undead bone shards, so let's go! Back to the Grand Archives. Okay, right. Fortunately, we can use the shortcuts to get back to the top. I don't have to mess about climbing and killing things, which is nice. That's always a lovely thing, isn't it? Well, a few things, maybe. So I'd get out of my way. I have things to do, don't you know? Hey up. I thought he was going to come after me then. Right, now we're going to go for a little bit of a jaunt across the rooftops. Very, very dangerous in Lothric. Very, as Grey Rat has found out, much to his distress. Before that, though, more scholars to kill. Ah, Orbek's not here yet. Okay, well, we'll come back then. Look at them chucking wax at me. What that does is the wax gets on you and it makes you more flammable. So you're more susceptible to pyromancy and sorceries. It's not a nice thing. Hello, you. Oh, there are items we want here. Which is going to be tricky because we're going to have to brave the... Look at that. Look at the wax all over us. Look at that, ruining my clothes here. It's not nice. Hello. You a mimic? No, you're not. Good. Another Titanite scale. Bloody hell. They really are so intent upon you upgrading your weapons at this point, aren't they? It's because they know that all the points after this are completely evil, basically. Ooh, just about made it through. Not nice. Now there's another area up here where we're going to have to sort of wade through it. Come here, you. See, it knows what it's doing. Oh, that was worth it, though. That was definitely worth it. We got some good stuff from that. Yeah, oh god, look at the curse on us now. It's so high. Do we brave it? I suppose we could brave it. I mean, it does. Even if we do get turned to crystal, it's not like a big deal. It's only over there, so let's go for it. There we go. Fleshbite ring, which ironically protects you from curse. That's what happens. You get turned into crystal. Fun, eh? Don't worry, I'll just get right back there. It's no big deal. There we are. Okay. Alrighty ho. Let's just get my souls back because I would like those. Thank you very much. And here we are on the rooftops of Lothric. There's Grey Rat. Oh, Grey Rat, Grey Rat. Okay, righty-ho. No, that's not Grey Rat, is it? Grey Rat is over this way. Lots of secret areas here, if you care to look for them. Also, remember the gargoyles from the Lost City? They didn't have any heads, right? Well, the ones ensconced up here do. And they're much more dangerous. Oh, here's one. Look, it's got like a skull-like head. Very cool, right? Much more aggressive, much tougher, lots more attacks. But still, not that hard. Once you know what to do about them, they're not that bad. They can be staggered like that quite easily, and then you can smack them, which is really cool. They're quite cool, actually. I like them as enemies. God, look how high we are. That's insane, isn't it? And look at Lothric just spread around below. It's so cool. Beautiful, beautiful environments and scenery in this game. part of a significant part of these games, the evocation of them is due to the design of the environments. There's so much ambient storytelling that goes on. It's very clever, it's very sophisticated. Oh yes. Can I get you from down here, or is the roof going to keep getting in my way? I think the roof's going to keep getting in my way, isn't it? Oh no, no, we might be able to get you. Yeah! We got the priest, so that makes them a million times easier to take down, actually. It really does. The priest can really enhance them. Now the way to Grey Rat's Ashes is over here, but it's a pain. You've got to leap from that rooftop down to a balcony there, and it's really difficult. It's really hard. Hey up, hello. Oh, we've been spotted. Hello! This one I don't think has a... this one just has a pike, he doesn't have... Oh no, it isn't, he does have a fire. Oh, yes. Very careful, very careful. It's when they protect themselves with their wing. That is when they get tough. Like that. They're actually very tough to take down when they go into defensive mode. But generally, not as tough as they look. They're kind of designed to make you panic a bit. Because they are big and they are scary. But great weapons work really well against them. You can stun them with great weapons and stagger them, which is really cool. Okay, right. Soul, oh, not worth it. Now we can jump down there. Is that what we want to do? There's Grey Rat's Ashes on the roof down there. Very difficult to get down to. Is this the way we want to go? I believe, yes, this is it. There is another way round. You can follow the way round and come in via the window over there, but it does mean facing lots of gargoyles instead of a knight. Don't know which is worse, really. Hello! By way of a greeting, getting run through from behind. Not the best, really. Oh, he's got a big, big sword, this one. And he's got electric power, lightning power. Not good. Oh, he's aggressive as well. Good to know. Goodbye! There we are. Now, there's the archives spread out beneath us. This is kind of the highest point of the archives. We're moving on from them now. There's a very strange encounter, I suppose. It's kind of a mini-boss in a moment, which is three characters. A wizard... they're almost like a D&D party. They're a wizard, a cleric, and a warrior. No, a wizard, a rogue, and a warrior. It's very strange. They're kind of protecting the Grand Archives. Another one of those pools. They clearly served a function at some point. There we go, shortcut. Yay! And priest. Ow, thank you. Deal with you, thank you very much. What was that, a bone shard? I do believe that was a bone shard. And an ember, nice. So we can now upgrade our bonfire once again. This is the way you come in if you take the route around. You sort of drop down on here from a higher point. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Praise be to the sun. Well, yeah, it's not much of a sun at the moment, is it? It echoes the dark soul itself at the moment. That must be, for those who serve the old gods like Gwyn and whatnot, and who praise the fire, that must be a very dark omen indeed. But for those who serve the dark soul of man, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so here we are. There's a statue of a scholar here, and here they are, these three. I don't think you can activate them individually. You've got to activate them all at once, which makes them difficult. Together, they're hard. One-on-one, they're not that bad, so you really want to separate them if you can. It's the sorcerer that's going to cause us the most trouble. So as long as we can keep the sorcerer away from us... Ow, thank you. With your big axe. Oh, we've just missed you. Whoa! Gotcha, there we are. And they don't come back either, these guys. Once they're dead, they're dead. So there's the sorcerer. The sorcerer is the one. And there's the rogue. Ow! They are tough. You want to get them, one of them anyway, to come in here. Oh, the sorceress is nearly dead. Nearly. One more, come on. Ah, stop her healing. There we go. I think that's her gone. Yeah, so just him now. And he's quite tough, actually. As I say, he's got this sort of rogue vibe about him, so he's very quick. Very quick indeed. Oh yeah, and also he can heal. He's got Estus flasks, so yeah, we're going to have to whittle those down a little bit, unfortunately. Down he goes. Not that tough an encounter, really. Love his hat. What's he got? Oh, he's actually got some dual blades, which are actually rather good. What have you got? Sage's Crystal Staff, one of the best staffs in the game, and the Golden Winged Crest Shield. Nice. I don't know what they're meant to be, sort of like protectors of the archives, maybe, or people who were maybe a scouting party. Maybe they actually, like, maybe they are a D&D style party. Maybe they came in here looking for riches or for magic items or something and got lost. And they do feel like a D&D party. Ah, right, I know where we are now. Shortcut, big shortcut here. Absolutely essential as well. This is a big one. As you can see, it goes all the way down. Right back here, right back to this bonfire outside the Grand Archives. I love the way it all loops together. It's really clever. I think I'm going to cut out myself going back to the Firelink Shrine this time. I don't think I'm going to do anything that significant. So, when we come back... There we are. Okay. Right. Let's head back up. There's some tough areas ahead. There's a big run-up to the Prince's Lothric that is completely garrisoned. It's full of undead soldiery. Very tough to take on your own. Very tough indeed. And there's also this... The Prince's Lothric are in there. They're in that little temple, but there's this area off to the side before we do that, which leads back up into the Grand Archives, up into the very rafters of the archives. And you remember early on we faced the big rotund winged knights, the angel knights. They're a cult or a subsect, an order of knights made in emulation of a particular knight that we're going to face here, the actual angelic knights. They're gold and they have real wings instead of like fake ones. And they're also very damn hard. They come fluttering down from here. The implication seems to be, because when we get into the Grand Archives, there's like these big cages where it looks like they were kept and bred. It looks like the implication is, despite their angelic appearance and the sort of angelic connotations that have been attached to them, they're actually magical experiments. They're like mutants that were created through sorcery, which is, again, that fits the moribund nature of Dark Souls so well, doesn't it? Estus Shard, that must be one of the last in the game, actually. Outside of the add-ons, that must be one of the last in the game. I think there are a few more. I think there's some in the Ring City, if I remember correctly. I believe. And there may be one somewhere in the Painting of Ariandel that we haven't got yet. Maybe. We shall see. These are the winged gold knights. They are tough. Yeah, look, they've got actual wings, and they're actually angelic. And they are bastards. They are... See how tough they are? They are like bosses. They really are. We're going to avoid them. if we can. Right, here we are again. We're not going to fight them because there's no real point. You can get their armor and you can get their weapons, but we're not going to be using either. So we're just going to run past them and get into the Grand Archives. But yeah, I love the implication of them. The fact that they clearly inspired stories of angelic knights. So they're some sort of mythic knightly order, but in fact what they are is experiments. They are kind of wretched, right? Look, here's the cages they were kept and bred in. How weird is that? Like animals. How strange is that? Divine Pillars of Light. Yeah, that's a really powerful sorcery, if I remember correctly. Aha, what's this? God, this is not nice, is it? This is... Vertigo is going a bit crazy here. Blessed Gem, I don't know what that does. So I think it allows you to put divine power on a weapon. You can infuse it with divine power, which is interesting. Obviously not that great against divine enemies, but anyway. Now, how do we get down to the lower rafters? I think you just have to drop. There's no, like, clear way down. So oh, look! It's one of those maggot priests. What's he doing here? One has to wonder. And how did Rosaria get one of their maggots in here? Oh well. Down he goes. Nah. Oh, there's a shortcut here. Is there anything else? Nope, don't think so. I think that's it. For the Grand Archives. Woo! The only thing left of any substance is to... Oh, hello. Any mimics here? I don't think so. Twinkling Titanite, that's nice. And you? What are you? Still no mimics. Divine Blessing, okay, I'll take both of them. Nice. Very, very nice indeed. I do love the way you can, like, explore in this game. I really do. The way everything loops together is really fun. It's much more in the style of Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne than Dark Souls 2 was. Dark Souls 2 took a slightly different structure to this. Now then, where do we go? Where do we have to go? I think that's it, you know, beyond making our way to the Prince's Lothric. I think that might be it. Yes, let's head back in that direction anyway. The last of the lords, actually, the Prince's Lothric. Once we've killed them and got their soul on their throne, then it's all going to change. A lot of the game is going to change after that. Aha! Okay, right. Yeah, let's drop down here. Ouch. That's where you there's Grey Rat, and it's really difficult to get to. It's really hard to reach without falling off and dying. Hello, guys. Oh dear. There we go. That's much better. Thank you. I love the way they sprout their wings. It's really grim, isn't it? Not nice. Ugh. Horrible sound they make as well. Now, what's down here? Anything worth speaking of? Have we got anything here? Not at the moment. My god, this place is amazing, isn't it? I mean, just being in these environments is an absolute joy. It, for some reason, feels like you're doing something a moment. I mean, Lothric, it very much reminds me of Gormenghast. More so, maybe, than any of the other great castles and palaces in the Dark Souls games. This is kind of what I imagine Gormenghast to be like. Just endless cloisters and boarded off areas. Places where nobody's been for thousands of years. Titanite chunk, yay! Okay. I think that's pretty much everything apart from getting Grey Rat's ashes. Anything down here? Nope. I'll probably get those off screen, to be honest, because it's a pain. All you've got to do is leap across to that balcony and Grey Rat's corpse is over there. Which is sad. Poor Grey Rat. Whoa! Fuck! Hello! Didn't know you could come down here, man. Ow! Thank you. Do love these enemies, they're so cool. But look how easy it is to stagger them and to get a visceral in. It's that's how you do it, my loves. That's how you do it with them. Okay, right. There's Grey Rat. I'll get it off screen because it's a pain. You can't just drop down here. You've got to make this really awkward leap from here. Believe me, the amount of times I die trying to get that is unbelievable, so I'll get it off screen. But I will get it, don't worry. I will get Grey Rat's ashes. Poor Grey Rat. Ah, dear. A moment, my loves, a moment of mourning for Grey Rat, then we'll move on. I will cut and teleport to... yeah, this is the approach to the temple where the Princes Lothric are holding court. To the inner palace, if you like. This is a nightmare. It's garrisoned by hundreds of undead, some of which are pretty tough. As you'd imagine, I mean, they only want the elite guard guarding the princes, yeah? Even though they are filthy heretics and traitors to what Lothric is meant to be. They were supposed to link the fire, and they didn't. Most likely as a result of the influence of Pontiff Sullivan, they didn't. Like all the other lords, they didn't. And thus, they kind of... depending on your perspective, they either saved Lothric from the Gwyn's endless cycle, or they condemned it. One or the other, depending on your perspective. As for you... these guys aren't too bad, really. At this point, we're quite strong, so these guys aren't any real trouble. But the knights that are up here, the ones that are coming down the steps now, they are tough. Oh yes. Look at them, all ganging together. There's so many of them. You would expect the elite guard to be placed before the Princess Lothric, wouldn't you? I mean, this is the trouble. It's the crossbowmen acting in concert with the knights. That's when it gets really nasty. Huh? They're the blue knights as well, so they are the strongest of the Lothric knights. The ones with the blue tabards are the strong ones. Blue tabards, red eyes, that's the worst. That's the most powerful. You don't want that. Although now he's dead. There's two more, I think. There's two of them up here. So yeah, fighting your way through this lot is no picnic. Ow. Ow. Thank you. Bloody hell, this is tough. Yes, they've also got Estus flasks, so they can heal themselves. Fortunately, there is a shortcut at the top here, which is definitely what we're going for. I mean, my god, are we going for that? Really, the ones you want to take out are the crossbowmen. Because they can hit from such a bloody range, and they will harass you all the way to the top. I mean, you want to kill them all if you can, but the crossbowmen are priority. The pikemen, yeah, they're pains, but you can sort of leave them behind. Okay, two more knights, I think. Two of the big knights to take down. If they clump together, I might be able to get them both with pyromancy. That would be nice. No, they're not clumped together. They are very much not. They're very much apart, which is great. Fortunately, my pyromancy is really strong now. Oh, that was a bit of luck. Oh no, there's 3 more! Shit! Ah, the captain. Yes, I forgot about him. He's also very tough. The lock-on in this game is not as good as it is in the other games, and I don't know why. It's got a slightly slippy, slidey quality about it, and I'm not sure what that is. It often breaks for some reason. It's much stronger in Dark Souls 1 and 2, the lock-on feature. Don't know why. There we go. Oh, we got embers from them too. Very pleased. Well, my loves, this is pretty much the end of Lothric itself. This is the Inner Sanctum. When we come back, we'll deal with the princes. Not until. We're going to go and activate the shortcut first. Then we'll do the princes when we come back. They are a tough boss fight. We may need some help. They've got multiple stages, and they are one of those boss fights that doesn't really let up. You know, they just keep coming at you. Very, very, very strong indeed. And with some very disturbing connotations about them. There's this whole... You'll see. You'll see when we get to them. Until then, what we're going to do is we are... Oh, hello. No, we're going to go and save, and we're going to go deposit our souls. Lovely. Where are we going? Oh, we're back here at the dragon armor. Excellent. So, until... No, are we going to go down this way? Let's go down this way. Yeah, why not? To the Boreal Valley area. So, when we come back, my loves, we will go and fight the Princess Lothric. Then, we're going to go do all of the optional areas. We'll probably start with the Consumed King's Garden. Because the Consumed King is a really fascinating boss. Until then, my dears, bye-bye.